and girls, we're going to review a little bit from Charley Skedaddle Chapter 2 by going to the last couple of pages and finding evidence in those last pages of Chapter 2 that demonstrates either Charley or Con or Jim's personality traits. Okay? And I see already Ryan is ready to go. So what are the actions that you're referring to? And where did I leave my book?
You came up with Con being greedy because it says Con got a chunk of cash. That's why he joined.
Okay, so Con is greedy and you provided the evidence. Do you guys agree with him?
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds good to me because of him wanting the, what did you say, chunk of cash?
Yeah, it says chunk of cash.
All right. I think that's great evidence for a character trait. Is greedy an emotion? No, because it's long lasting. Anyone else from Team 1? I'll just go to each team. So we came up with greedy with you guys. All right, Cam, what did you think?
Smart/wise.
Okay, wise and smart for Jem.
Yeah, because it says, stay here with me, son. The wild fruits will fall asleep soon with all the whiskey they've been sworn. They'll be too sick tomorrow to fight. They'll be safer to be around them. He's smart to say that they're safe to be around when they're not as drunk.
So he's telling Charley where to stay.
Yeah.
So not only smart or wise, but what other character trait can you get from the line that Team 2 came up with? What else are we learning about Jim when he's looking out for Charley like that?
Like an older brother.
Okay, good. Trustworthy. What else?
What's the word?
I have 2 C character traits in my mind.
Courageous.
Not so much courageous.
Confident.
Well, when someone looks out for you, what do you call them? Caring. Or perhaps even compassionate. A little bit, up the level of our words here. So let's say compassionate. C-O-M-P-A-S-S-I-O-N-A-T-E. Compassionate. So I think you could come up with 2 character traits from the evidence you provided. All right, did you have any more, Team 2? No. Okay, Team 3, what'd you guys get? You leave it up to him, huh? Come on, who else can join in? I know my Civil War buff wants to tell us everything, but I need somebody else from Team 3. All right, sorry, Taylor. Just let Gianna get this one. Gianna, go ahead.
I got one for Charley. I think he's kind. He's kind-hearted because it says Charley sat beside Jim, sharing his biscuits, cooked beef, and cheese rations, but eating little so not to anger the man.
Kind-hearted?
Just because it said he shared his food with him.
I think that's a great word that provides your evidence. Do you guys agree, Team 3? You guys okay with that?
I had another word.
All right, Taylor, go ahead.
Alright, so I put deceitful because it says Johnny's friend had slept for 24 hours, then gambled constantly for the rest of the time.
So who's deceitful?
Con.
All right, now you have to help me. I can't remember how to spell deceitful. What's the rule for deceitful? You say...
Deceit.
But what's the rule for the vowels? You say I before E, except after C. So if I have a D-E-C, what comes next, an I or an E? I before E, except after C. So E, yeah.
I can never remember.
I can't either. I go over that in my head. I have to say it before I spell it. Deceitful, what does it mean? Okay, Cam, let's help her out. What does deceitful mean? Let's go back and I want him to reread the evidence. What was your evidence?
Johnny's friend had slept for 24 hours, then gambled the rest of the time. He never came back to Charley to get his jacket either.
Almost irresponsible, probably more than deceitful. But this is a great character trait for Con, though, and there's other evidence, so we'll look out for that. We're going to come back to that. So deceitful, to help you out, Cameron, think about it if Con said, come on, we're going to have a great time, I'll take care of you. Then as soon as they get on the ship, Con takes off and goes and starts gambling and drinking and forgets all about Charley. He's not being honest. irresponsible. He's being dishonest. Deceitful is like dishonest. Okay? So with yours, I think yours provides better evidence for irresponsible. Okay, we'll add to these character traits as we continue to read. And what I'd like you to do with your pencil very lightly, as I'm reading and you're following along, is to just ever so slightly underline the evidence that you want to tell me about later to show a character trait for one of these three characters. Okay, so we can go back to it. So are you allowed to write in your book?
Yes.
Yes,
Very lightly.
Yeah, very lightly, so we can erase it later. Yes, Addison. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Team 4.
Mine was for Charlie. It's sort of like kind-hearted because he wanted to avenge his brother in the army, and Mother Mary, no, never a servant. How could he avenge Johnny as a servant?
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you brought that last part up. Do you remember when Jim tells Charlie, "You're not going to be a soldier. That's not happening. Why can't he be a soldier? He's too young. He's like, but you can probably be a servant." No, Jim doesn't say drummer boy yet. He says servant. You can be a servant. And how do you think Charlie reacts to that? I don't think so. That's not happening. And what Blaze is saying is because he wants to avenge his brother's death, and he can't do that when you're pulling off some dude's boots, right? That's not going to help win this war, being a servant. So what was your character trait, Blaze?
It was kind-hearted.
Kind-hearted. So you're supporting this character trait. What about, he's thinking, I don't want to do something safe as a servant. I'd rather be out there in the middle of the war or the middle of the fighting. What other character trait can we come up? Brave. Give me another word for brave. Courageous. Good. So brave or courageous. Okay. Shall we continue? Does anyone have anything else to add before we begin chapter 3?